Hey, what's good? This is Hayes Reed of Gemini Moon Astrology, Peace in the Middle East. I'm an intuitive tarot reader, psychic, uh, student of life and astrology. I utilize the spiritual art form of astrology, um, as well as different spiritual principles to help to convey messages to the collective. And this is going to be your Sun and Taurus video. So the Sun just entered Taurus yesterday, April 20th, where it will be transiting until May the 21st. So what are we talking about when we're looking at the Sun in the second house of Taurus? We're talking about finances. We're talking about value. We're talking about relationships, customs, comforts. We're talking about day-to-day living. It's a fixed sign, and it has its rules. It has its standards. It has its needs and desires for familiarity and growth, abundance and stability, maintaining. Taurus really doesn't like change too much. Nope, not at all. So this will be the season where we'll see us grounding things and really stabilizing things in our life. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to finances, when it comes to possessions, period, and not just material possessions, but other more hidden possessions, abilities, gifts, talents, skills, qualifications, things like that. So, this is when I deal in astrology, I try to deal in correspondence, I try to deal in relationship. And so I think this is the best time. I think this is one of the best videos and presentations to talk about the relationship between Taurus and its opposite, Scorpio. So Scorpio is water, fixed water. It is maintained and controlled by its need for depth and its possessive nature, its sexual nature, its desire to merge and pull back. Really the curtain of deception. Ultimately, that's what Scorpio is all about. The popular notion is to, bring up, Scorpio's sexual nature, which doesn't just encompass, of course, physical sex. We are spiritual seekers. We know this, that this also means, processes of just life, death, and rebirth, creativity, that results in transformation and growth. The rebirth of the phoenix, the shedding of the snake skin. Okay. So, change. Scorpio desires intense change. And it changes how it basically relates to other people and to customs and traditions. And it just, Scorpio is where really our world transforms, Wherever we have Scorpio, wherever Scorpio is placed in our houses, our natal chart is where we're going to experience death, transformation, eliminations, traumas, taboo things, mystery, secrecy, jealousy, things like that, certain themes, those energies, right? So Taurus is confident. Like Taurus is confident within itself. It's bold. It rules over the throat chakra. And, this is the season where we're going to be getting bold and beautiful. Because we have Taurus's ruling planet, Venus, in Aries. Venus in Aries. So direct impressions, direct communication, clear, bold decision making, clear and bold love, clear and bold presentation, unapologetic expression, creativity, um, even divine partnerships. Even divine partnerships can really, really happen. It can take off. This is where we get our brand together. This is where we put a name to the face. You know, this is where we really show up in our relationships, where it becomes, you know, where we start to become that spark, and where we start to see things out of the blue that really, really interests us, and we take on a new form. We take on a new form. We're gonna be taking on a new form this season. So with Taurus season, let's talk about Uranus. Sun getting ready to conjunct Uranus. Sun getting ready to conjunct Uranus is getting ready to unlock our gifts. I need to talk a little bit more about Taurus though, because Taurus represents, so we already talked about money, relationships, comforts, familiarities, and how does that play out in Taurus? That plays out through our five senses being appealed. So Taurus represents the five senses. Taurus is the first earth sign. So it's the bare earth. It's the flowers. It's the trees. It's the leaves. It's what we have. Taurus is about what we have, our possessions. You know, and really the fragrance we're sending off, you know, what we're attracting. You know, it's ruled by Venus. So Venus is our planet that functions within our material reality as how we beautify our aesthetic. You know, the things that we have. It's, you know, it's our culture, our food, our music, the things that we like and how we love and just attract. It's how our romance, our material reality, and how we establish that, you know. So yes, definitely. This will be a season to possess and to start to own up to who you are. And this will be represented through the throat chakra and appeasing the five senses. But Uranus there, though, is really waking us up. It's waking us up to some truths. It's waking us up to unique abilities within ourselves. And how this is being translated to me, this is being translated very clearly to me, because we have Saturn right now in Capricorn at 20 degrees right now, okay? And I have my Uranus and Neptune, which are conjunct in Capricorn. So I have basically my Saturn conjunct my Uranus and Neptune. And Saturn is getting ready to go, I don't know, it's retrograde in about, the 29th, I remember now. So 8 days. In 8 days, we'll have Saturn retrograde, and that's going to be going back over it. So this is unlocking really certain potential. This is unlocking certain potential, new foundations, new ground. You know, this is going to be breaking into new ground. This Taurus season is really going to be about breaking into new ground and really, really laying new palettes of expression, you know, and how we love, you know, even how we communicate, because Uranus has to do with technology and this awareness of the future and becoming more bold and authentic and freedom based, you know, operating in total harmony with the collective and in total authenticity. You know, it's authenticity. It's authentic, the authentic character, you know. So we have Uranus, which rules Aquarius, which is a fixed air. We have Uranus in fixed earth. So we're definitely breaking into new ground. There is a controlled, you know, atmosphere. It's this controlled, almost like this controlled transparency, as I want to call it. It's like this controlled transparency. It's funny, I was talking to somebody this morning about fashion and music and things that we wanted to make that represented this aesthetic of controlled transparency, you know, really bold statements. So this is going to be a very, very bold season, you know, because Taurus has a lot to do with trends, and it has a lot to do with, you know, how we look. Like I said, the aesthetic, you know, what we love, what we cultivate, you know, the things that we cultivate and nurture and things like that. So this goes from family traditions, customs, you know, um, the law, things that just represent the base, because really what Taurus, as I'm understanding it, I can now say Taurus is the Garden of Eden. It's like the first heaven. You can think of Taurus as the first heaven. It's the layout. It's what we have. It's the gifts. You know, um, the floor plan. It's your base. It's your core values. That's what it represents, is your core values. And in that house, you'll see how you nurture it. You how you nurture those values, and how you create. Because everything all goes back to creation. So how you operate in this house and how we're going to be operating this season is going to be a lot more. It's going to be this force. It's going to move. There's this force now that is forcing us to really come to terms to certain truths and societal truths, social norms and values that are going to be revolutionized. This is going to be a revolutionary Taurus season. It's going to revolutionize the way that we communicate. It's going to revolutionize the way that we relate completely through technology and with the earth, our resources, with money, how we relate completely to all of that, and not just this Taurus season, but this is kind of where, because Uranus is going to be in Taurus for 7 years. So this is going to be a whole revolutionary, like heaven on earth, really like cycling down, like just spiraling down and meeting heaven, creating heaven on earth. This is really, really about Christ consciousness. Uranus is going to wake us up to Christ consciousness and maintaining the validity of the earth, and what we have, and the validity of, because there's going to be a very opinionated vibe to this. There's going to be a very opinionated, very, 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 very subjective vibe this time around, with the sun going through Taurus and getting ready to conjunct Uranus tomorrow. Try not to ramble, you guys. I did write something down, but this is all just stuff that's coming to me, and I'm going to explain it. So, Sun in Taurus. Old customs, systems, values, and comforts are being exposed. We are being exposed for the fools that we are. Uranus is gathering voltage so that he can go ahead and shock the system. This will be a season where truth does get exposed. This is because Taurus rules over the throat chakra. The moon is also exalted here. This is a big push for status this time around, or more so to expose status, the real value of things, and to revolutionize the value of things. And I'm also feeling like this will be a season where we give real voice to pain. So we can see that Taurus represents our systems, basically our way of life, the way that we cultivate life. Like, think of Taurus as life, life as it is, and how we, again, cultivate it to be. So with the sun coming through this time around, I just wanted to do some predicting and some card pulling. I love to do my cards just to kind of give, a more definite, more descriptive message. But I feel like this season, this Taurus season, is really going to awaken our bodies. And, Uranus is such an interesting planet to me. It's so interesting, and shocking. So for Uranus to be here, all I can really think of is being awakened to Christ consciousness and being made aware. This is going to be a big push for awareness of our five senses, opening up to different avenues and vacuums and portals of sensory perception that go beyond just how we, regularly see, feel, taste, touch, and hear. And it's going to unlock the shamanic power. It's going to be a shamanic portal as well. You know, because Taurus does represent, you know, when they are in their mystical state, this shamanic, you know, like, okay, people with a lot of Taurus energy, like they can see things, you know, and they can feel things and they hear things. And like, I know a moon in Taurus and she's moon in Taurus and Taurus rising, and like she can look at a picture and she can like feel whatever that person was feeling. So very, very shamanic, empathic gifts. You know, Taurus, when they're tapped in, they can be they can be very empathic. So this is going to be a tune-up. Like what this is really is a body tune-up, and it's just really to build awareness. And with the sun there, it's like we're saturating the roots now. We're saturating the roots. We're really, really locking in and kind of really cementing and crystallizing something. So what I have here is my sunstone. I'm rolling with the sunstone crystal right now. So breathing in and just breathing in consciousness. Breathing in consciousness. I'm going to go ahead and pull something, get a message from the archangel realm, get a message from my angels. And, you know, this is going to be a season of reprogramming, you know, reprogramming our senses completely. This is a tune-up and an awakening. Like, this is a real awakening. This sun in Taurus will be the real awakening. You know, like that for any of you who have read the Bible or know of this, there's a part in the Bible where, you know, on the day of Pentecost, the Holy Spirit descended, and you know, it was said that they were all on one accord in the upper room. And they could, you know, understand the different languages. They could understand what each language was saying. And they, you know, they were giving new senses, new awareness. There was a new awareness. So that's what this Uranus is going to be. And so also my point for talking about my Saturn going over my Uranus and Capricorn, for Saturn right now going over my natal Uranus and Neptune and Capricorn, is to say that, you know, I'm feeling more valid in, you know, my stance and I guess my status and I guess my role, you know, because, you know, Uranus is really all about what makes us more special. You know, Uranus wakes us up to what makes us more special instead of what separates us. Because you got to remember, Uranus rules Aquarius. What is Aquarius? It's about justice. Aquarius really is big on justice, egalitarianism, equal treatment, fairness, harmonizing all humanity. You know, it's the humanitarian. It's very, very aware. You know, it has no problem with being outspoken, you know, but it will detach if it needs to. So this will be a season where real hidden things, like there are hidden things being woken up within us. Because you gotta think about this relationally, with Scorpio being the opposite, you know, those hidden things, hidden traits, hidden traumas, you know, hidden things, you know. So this is waking up. This is like DNA activation. For some people, you know, this is going to be psychic awakening. This is going to be awakening in the body. This is going to be a huge awakening. And it's going to awaken up our true relationship to the earth and our bodies. So let's get an angelic card out, get a message. Okay, and we have a clairaudience from Archangel Zadkiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind and from other people. So I pull an angel card every day for myself, and I pulled this today for myself. So that's wonderful. And that's also letting me know and confirming that this whole, you know, awareness. Oh, and then funny what I was saying about, you know, relationships and how We're going to be opening up to how we're relating to things in hidden ways that, that's going to help us to relate better. We have relationship harmony. And so what is Venus all about? Venus is all about creating harmony. So this is really, really perfect. This is like the perfect arrival. This is like heaven on earth. We're really coming into heaven on earth right now. Like, people really don't realize that. But relationship harmony, Archangel Raguel. Relationship harmony. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. Venus really represents how we harmonize our heart's desire with the material reality, merging spirit with material. How we harmonize, how we create life. Venus is how we create life. Uranus is going to help us to create more life by awakening us up to our senses, awakening us up to our psychic gifts, our intuitive nature. It's going to cause us to be more intuitive and sensitive to our bodies. This is going to be a very, very sensitive time, a very, very, very psychic time. And I felt like this message, I feel like all my videos, like all my messages build up, and it's because, let me backtrack that, right? They always build up when it's like, I know what it is I'm trying to say, what I'm saying, but it's like it has to build up because there's so much information. But it's like, to put it plain, like there's this is gonna be a plain Jane type of season, Taurus season. It's gonna be people making it plain. Like, there's gonna be a plain formatting. It's going to be bare. Like, this is going to help us to bear all things, give voice to pain, give voice to things that are hidden, awaken psychic gifts, take us on a spiritual journey that we've never been on before. This is a cosmic awakening. And it's just crazy, man, because Taurus is the second house in the zodiac, the second zodiac sign, and you have Aquarius, which Uranus rules, which is the 11th, so that's 2. So you have these two. It's like this. Even though Uranus, I think that Uranus is number 4. That's crazy. Okay, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm talking, just talking down, I'm channeling. So y'all gotta forgive me. Like, I'm talking to my angels. My angels are with me, and they're explaining to me, and they're helping me to see everything, like the piece of the puzzle, but Uranus vibrates at the number 4. So we have the number 11, which is Aquarius, which is 2, and then we have Taurus, which is 2. So we have like this 2-2-4-4 portal going on. Then that makes there's this 8, this 4 and 8 thing going on. So stability and replenishment. Karma. There's a lot going on. This is gonna be a real trip. It's gonna be a real trip. Like, psychics are awakening. These gifts. What makes us very, very special is awakening, and what makes us more beautiful. This is gonna be a time where trends are gonna change. Like, trends are definitely gonna change this time around. Trends and certain traditions and customs, just the way that we've associated beauty is changing. This is going to revolutionize beauty. So let's get some cards out, because I'm excited. I've been feeling into this for a long time. I've been feeling into this message for a long, like this energy for a long time. Long time. So this is just going to awaken it and like spring it up like a jack in the box. So let's just get some messages for the Sun and Taurus transit. Sun and Taurus transit. Sun and Taurus. And then my deck is pulled the wrong way, but we have 4 of Pentacles. So what was I saying about that number 4? Perfect timing. So stabilizing some things, stabilizing and being fully grounded, knowing what you have, taking the inventory. The sun is going to show us the whole lay of the land, and it's going to make us more comfortable. Like we're going to be comfortable with being more comfortable. Like this is, so on a deep level, a lot of people are not comfortable in their psychic gifts, their light worker abilities, the things that they've been working to master. Because what this sun in Taurus is going to also illuminate is and stimulate is mastery. It's going to activate and permeate and purify mastery, a spiritual mastery, a certain tick, a certain intensity in you is going to be mastered, and you're going to be able to keep everything that you have, keep your shit on lock. Like this is going to make you a master of your space. I know me personally, I've been working on being a master of my space. So with the Four of Pentacles here, I'm just feeling this energy of really locking something in, locking down a talent, a team, a routine, and yeah, maintaining something. Like this is, we're going to be able to maintain something. Like Taurus season, you playing for keeps. Everything is played for keeps. Everything is played for keeps. And then we have Two of Pentacles. This is lovely energy. Two of Pentacles. See that 4 and 2 is popping up. Keep popping out. Keep popping out. Okay. So some people are thinking about motherhood. Some people are thinking about switching careers. Some people are thinking about opening up a salon, opening up a business, opening up a fashion line, opening up to new opportunities, opening up to new opportunities in love and romance, and just there's this feeling of a new possibility that you can carry something on. So this is about business and opening up to new relationships and things of that nature. Okay. Some of you are ready to start a family. Some of you are going to get married as well. Some are going to be moving on to looking to expand and, invest as well. Invest in some things. Invest in land. Invest in ownership. And I think these are the rest of the cards that I will read. So let's talk about Six of Cups. Reminiscing old relationships, soulmate partnerships, karmic bonds, emotional pulls and ties to the past, to your roots. This is going to activate a need to come back to our roots, because you guys got to also remember that this is sextiling the North Node. And so the North Node in Cancer is really all about like our deep emotional nurturance and our comforts and stuff that we really get from like home with our parents and our communities and things like that, and that just that heart space, that emotional nurturance. So some people are going to be rediscovering themselves in a new way. I'm feeling that, rediscover themselves in a new way, and it may take them back to old, soulmates and karmic contracts can really come up with this. I'm feeling that with the trine, with the Capricorn energy, and also Pisces, the sextile with Pisces energy. So all that past life, this is gonna be. I'm feeling a huge timeline shift. Like there's a huge timeline kind of compartmentalization. Like timelines kind of compartmentalize. It feels like it's almost like not juggling a past life and juggling an old life, but it's almost like juggling two secret lives. This almost feels like. This feels very, very transcendent, transparent, but transcendent. This is going to be a very magical time. And then we have Three of Wands. So let's talk about Three of Wands. Preparing for the future. Having laid down the groundwork, having put in the time and the activity, and now feeling driven enough, to be able to go off and start a new adventure or go on a new trip, go start a new job. Many people are going to be starting new jobs, but even more importantly, just really starting new lives completely, working on really overcoming certain things from the past. There's still a strong force. we're trying to really push from the past. You know, there's a big weight to push from the past and kind of really maintain the comforts that we're trying to lay new comforts. We're trying to really fix and root new comforts in. That's what I'm feeling a lot of energy, from this card as well too, is really establishing and rooting in new comforts, and expanding, looking to really, really expand. Go on a trip, go off and see what makes us special, So many people will leave and go on trips, down memory lane, just rewind a little bit. We have the High Priestess. The High Priestess. This is going to make us more grounded and focused. And the psychic awareness is just going to come, and it's going to be easy to just travel in between different realms, but still be grounded. So that's what a lot of this is too. This is going to awaken our intuition. And make us more attractive to it, more attractive. Like, I'm definitely feeling new partnerships, new love, and it's going to help us. This is going to help us to be more on our guard a little bit. Fixed signs have a way of detaching and not really they have a focus. Every fixed sign has an objective. So we're going to need this High Priestess energy to come in to really help us on our mission, because I feel like this is also a mission vibe. Like, there's this mission, there's this mission, there's this mission now. There's this conglomerate, this coalition, we're only looking to work with the best of the best. We're really trying to be on our best ball game. It feels like we're, trying to be at our best. We want to be at our best this time around, We want to be at our best, and we don't want to be caught off guard. And this Taurus energy is going to help to stabilize that. Son of Cups. Son of Cups. Son of Cups. Definitely feels like new love, new romance vibes. It feels like new patterns, new feelings, just new emotions, wanting to draw out something, it's a controlled, emotional kind of situation going on. And, many people are going to be looking for new love, looking for new vibes, wanting to remain subtle in their approach, they don't want to spill, we don't want to spill all the tea, but we want to be pleasant, and we want to be gentle, and we want to be approachable. So that's that type of energy, And then Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. The work, long, drawn out debates. Many of us are knowing and feeling into our souls right now. I'm feeling into my soul that, there is a work to be done. I think that's that's what this is. That there's a big job ahead. We have the Three of Wands and the Ten of Wands here. And, we're looking forward to the future, but we're also, we're looking forward to the work that needs to be done, and that's why right now many of us are really working to not hoard things, but we're kind of in this space of being real secretive, real sly, real objective. There's this objective feeling, there's this very objective, this very keen-witted, very, very, very psychic, very, very, very alluring objective that we have, and we're kind of working to just be pulled towards it. And it's like we don't want to be distracted by anything, because we know things are changing. Many people right now know that things are changing. So even people who are not conscious or operate in the light, I'll say, will operate within consciousness. They know things are changing. So there's certain agents and there's certain situations that people are willingly magnetically forcing into place so that either they can't change, or or they don't want to change. Some people are resisting change, so there's that. So I feel like some people are resisting change, and everybody, is still has to play their own game. Everybody's still playing their own game. Right now, there's this very, very this very like facade right now, within the collective. There's this facade. I feel like this facade that people are putting on as if they know what's going on, but everybody's just trying to do them. Everybody's trying to, live the best they can. So it's all understandable, but there's some people who do this, for the real enjoyment or the love of it. There's the love of it. People who dabble in spirituality just, to be able to say that they're spiritual, because, we can feel the difference, people who are real empath and really we feel the difference. But the full perfect energy, because the sun, Uranus is in Taurus, sun's going to conjunct the full, so be ready for surprises, to pop out, and the Wheel of Fortune. Be open to endless possibilities. Be open to your wildest dreams coming true. Be open to the stars, writing your name in the sky. That's what I am led to say. Be open to that. Be open to the best life you ever had, because the blessing is on you. It just behooves you, to open up your mind. Open up your mind. The minute that you start to open up your mind, your whole life and dream and talent start to open up. But then here we also have the Two of Swords. So it's also looking to me like some people may not be trying to, like I said, some people are having a hard time trying to see the bigger picture, trying to see the bigger picture, between the wheel, you got the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm definitely feeling this energy of travel. And this doesn't mean just travel physically. This also means travel, psychically, And so, Four of Cups and Three of Swords. So like I said, some people are not able to fully let go of a heartbreak. So this is all about heartbreak. Some people are not going to be able to experience their grand arrival, their grand awakening, their grand holy matrimony, because there's this vibration of wanting to hold on to past pain, and just making this is going to be where you make a decision with your voice and with your attitude and with how you feel and how you attract, with what you do. Everything is on you. How you attract, and the feelings you're feeling, how you're creating your reality, and with your five senses, how you get out of any past pain and hurt. Because again, like I said, it's like we're at the tip of this iceberg where history can either repeat itself or you can completely change the formatting. And I did one more shuffle and we have the Hangman. So some people are going to have to see, some people, going to have to see, some people are going to have to see and get a different perspective and really see and peer into the veil, take a little minute into the cocoon for a second, the darkness, the depths, and get a different perspective and start to put the dots together, gain a little bit more clarity, by going into the unknown, by stepping into the unknown. So again, this is going to be a very, very powerful sun in Taurus because of the aspects that it's going to make, and because of the potent energy that is being awakened and shooken and broken down. There's this breaking of the new ground in Taurus. We're breaking brand new ground right now. We've broken new ground, and we're really all just preparing right now. We're waking up into our psychic abilities. And it's like this double agent. It's like this Batman. It really, really does feel like Batman to me. It feels like Batman. And if you saw the Hangman, this deck right here, it is a bat, the Hangman. So it feels very much like a Batman situation where we're kind of going undercover. We're waking up to our superpowers. We're breaking into new ground. So thank y'all for watching this, for tuning in. I pray that it brought you clarity. My intention is to always give accurate information, clear information that resonates, and that can be entertaining and that people can think about and have solid perspective going into these seasons, because there is great change coming and we need to understand how this is coming about. And it's going to happen how it's happening right now through technology. It's going to happen how it's happening through different sources and sensory perception, how we just become more resourceful and communicate and relate to one another. Technology has a huge part to do with it, though, and especially with Uranus being a Taurus, we're going to see that. We're going to be understanding how to harmonize with technology and harmonize it with the Earth to create a more sustainable way of life here on Earth. So, thank you all so much for this, for watching, Sun and Taurus breaking in new ground. And I'm Hayes Reed. I'll see you later. All right. Bye.